Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay. We're here today to give you our review of Prey, the Predator prequel, just released on Hulu. And, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Shit was fire. Probably the best Predator movie since the original.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely on that.
Which we had said in our trailer reaction.
Yeah.
We talked about it before. We had said this seemed like it could be really good because it took a simple approach. They went back to the basics of Predator, back to a more stalking, horror, survival movie, which I liked. So yeah, man, they did a good job with this film.
Yeah,
go ahead, you can get
agreed.
into
it. Some things that I really liked about it. I liked the first off the representation as far as the Comanche people in the movie. They actually made sure they casted it. They didn't whitewash. You know, that's one of the major things when it comes to movies like this and just in general is don't whitewash when it comes to these characters. So I appreciated it for that. Also, it was nice to see they had the option where you can watch it with the Comanche dub on Hulu as well. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So yeah, and as far as the star, I think her name's Amber Midthunder. Cool last name. But I think she did a great job, you know, for what she was given and everything.
She's my favorite. She's my favorite survivor protagonist in the Predator franchise.
Really?
She's better than all the niggas. She's better than Donald Glover. She's better than all of them. She's the best one because she's so relatable. She's understandable because she's not. She's just trying to prove herself worthy. You know what I mean? Yeah. I love some of the lines she delivers, like at the end when she's talking about. You think I'm here? What was a while ago? You think I'm here to? You think I'm trying to kill you? But he doesn't know. Something like that. He has a line when the dude's like getting the gun ready, and she's already like ate the flour, which cools her body temperature. So now the Predator can't see her. So she basically set him up to get killed, saying you bled my brother or something like that. What was her line? I forgot the line exactly.
Yeah.
But it was a dope line. I like the character in general. I loved her.
She's cool, but. She's the best character. Nothing beats Arnold, bro.
Arnold's cool because Arnold has
get to the chopper. No,
he has classic lines like that. He's like a big ass army guy, but like
you're one ugly motherfucker.
But Arnold Schwarzenegger is a cool ass action hero. I'm not knocking that. But I'm saying
that's
like
a terrible Arnold, by the way. Just letting you know.
I'm just saying her ass was more like she was relatable.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, she was more relatable.
You care for her character. You're like, oh, I see why she wants to do what she's trying to do. Like she wants to just be worthy.
Yeah,
it shows she's worthy and she can do this.
And you know that's something that's kind of like different from this movie. That agreed. Like you can take it has a different approach than previous Predator movies. You know, and I'm talking about like the early ones. You know, the Arnold, the Danny Glover ones. Just because of that Predator versus a survivor. But in this case, in this movie, Hunter versus survivor. But in this movie, I see it as a case of Hunter versus Hunter because she's trying to establish herself as the hunter as well, and that's what the Predators have been doing this whole time. You know, they've come down to Earth, try to go hunting. You know, as a ritual. You know, like that's their. I'm trying to think what the word is, but you know, like their initiation. So like in this movie, it's not just like, oh, she's the scared girl who is trying to survive versus the Predator. She's also this girl who's trying to prove herself as the hunter, just like the Predator is trying to prove himself as a hunter as well. So you know, it's that's an interesting dynamic that they brought to it.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, as far as the Predator though, the kills on screen, I thought they were great. Every time the Predator was on screen, it was amazing. Like I just think it was awesome visually.
Yeah. Very,
very intimidating, imposing, and the kills were great.
I like to also add, I love the family dynamic. Like I love the relationship between her and her brother. You know, a lot of times we get movies today where like to empower the woman, they kind of show them the brother or the man, they make them seem like the assholes and stuff like that. But the brother was very helpful. Like he cared for his sister. At first you probably think, oh, he's probably an asshole, but no, he's not. He really does care. He's the best hunter in the pack. He is the tribe leader in a way because he is the best hunter. But you see his relationship with his sister, like he's like, you don't have to do this. Like, why do you want to do it so bad? And she wants to prove herself, but she understands. And he's always willing to work with her and help her. He tries to set up. He listens to her. When she says, like, let's set the trap for the lion, he listens, like, okay, let's set the trap then. And he even tells at the end, like, he used the line, like,
he said he used your plan to capture the lion.
I used your plan and stuff like that. How you helped wounded, you helped me out. I could have done it without you and stuff. So I love that dynamic between him and his sister. And I love the dynamic between the mom as well. Like, the whole family dynamic was great. But as far as the kills, I love the kills, like Yanni said. I think also it was great that this Predator movie was very basic. Like they did basic things. Like I love seeing the Predator go through the jungle and go and kill animals.
Yeah.
But like the animals he was killing was like predators, like mainly predators. Like, and then the thing that was cool about it was every time we get a bigger predator. So you go from a snake, a deadly snake could kill somebody, him killing that, skinning it, saying, hey, I took that out. Because like basically the predator, we all know the predator's main thing is to kill the biggest thing on the planet. They basically dominate the biggest thing.
So it was nice for them to actually show that.
They show him dominating from everything that's deadly, from the small like the snake to the wolf to the bear. Yeah. But even how they're all shot, like they're all shot like the camouflage way, so he's camouflaged like that. But the animals can still see him. But I love the scene with the wolf because the wolf's chase. They show the wolf chase after the bunny. Bunny moving, bunny get caught, wolf predator smack the shit out of him. He go flying. Then they have this nice little standoff, and the way he kills the wolf is like, oh, it reminded me of Predator with Adrian Brody, the Predator movie, where he fights the samurai. They find the samurai, and then he just goes by me, and
then he falls down.
Yeah, but this time the wolf comes by, he pulls it. And you see the wolf, and the wolf just guts just start falling and falls. I'm like, oh shit! He skins him, and they show him skinning him, and I love that. I thought that was so dope.
Well, he didn't skin him. They took the spine out.
Oh, he spined him. Yeah, he spined him,
wolf, which was dope. And then him seeing him like use the little
I always why they did that shit too.
Well, because in the second movie, he did it with the Jamaican dude, and then he ended up bringing him back to the ship, and they dumped him into like the container. So like this one, he actually had like a can of spray
to spray all the
flesh and everything. You know?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He put that shit on there like a trophy.
Yeah,
basically dominating every area. That's why he skinned the snake too. It was dope. I thought they did a great job with the Predator showing him off, and when they do show him a lot. Like he gets a lot of scenes in this movie, even though he's in camouflage a lot. You can still see what he's doing, and it's still fun. Like there's still that stalker like being watched the whole time kind of vibe. But you see him also on screen a lot, which is amazing.
Yeah. And even the Predator in general, I think he was very different than most Predators, especially as far as looks-wise. And, kind of, even though I hate to bring up the recent Predator movie, but, they did mention, like, how Evolution. There are advanced Predators, the Super Predators, or even not even that one, but, like, the Predators, which one? The one with Adrian Brody.
Yeah,
the Predators movie. How like they had the bigger Predators that pump the little ones.
Yeah.
So I think he was more of that one. Like he was more of a bigger Predator than what we're used to seeing because he didn't have the usual design as we've seen in the first couple Predator movies. So he's definitely an advanced Predator, at least at that. And also, one thing I do give this movie credit for is just how it's shot. Like it's very.
Nice. We said in the trailer that we thought it looked good.
Like and I think they actually did shoot it on location. I hope because it doesn't really look like it's green screen. It looks like a lot of it is natural lighting. Yeah. So I do give the movie props on that. I feel like the cinematography, the lighting, the color palette for a lot of its scenes worked really well. So I really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we said, the kills are amazing. I love the tribal aspect of it, like the remedies, the ritual, how they explain how she was able to, instead of doing like the typical, we thought my mom we watched on our mom and when she got all muddy, we thought, okay, that's how she's gonna be able to survive against the predator. I'm glad they went with a different approach instead of using what was already has been established before with Adrian Brody and with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Like they went with a different route of saying like, hey, they use the rituals, the plant here, this plant actually without knowing it, well she knows it's because she's also a healer, which is dope. It slows your blood down, so it cools you off. It makes sure, slows your blood and everything. And using that, I didn't think about this first, but then I'm like, oh snap, they're using that as the reason why he couldn't see the dude on the floor. And then she's like, okay. So she used that. And I love how they did that because just like using it's like some tribal stuff like what the Nans would do, like using their own remedies, what they have for them, like to be able to survive and defeat enemies and stuff like that. They use their own stuff. So that was dope to see. Like I said, the main actress, she's amazing. She did a great job. Really loved the actress. She was amazing. One of my favorite protagonists as far as the Predator movies.
And going into it, like I remember I heard people talking about like, oh, the pacing's kind of like, especially like the first part of the movie is like kind of boring, and then that's when it starts to pick up. And I was like, you know what? Honestly, I had no problem with it because it really. It was more of like it was a building block, it establishes everything, establishes the character, why she's able to do this, why she can do this,
her connection with her dog. I love the dog by the way too. A connection with the dog, a connection with her brother. Also, even showing like the scene at the beginning, like everything comes back around. Like showing the dog get kidnapped by that bear trap. Like, okay, damn, that sucks. But then you find out the bear trap's actually set by the Europeans because the Europeans own the land. And, Europeans doing what the Europeans do. They kill the buffalo, just skin them and leave them there. Not using the animal for its whole, using the whole animal. But the kills, like guy said, the kills were amazing. Had some real nasty, gory kills, cutting legs off, limbs. Okay, and the Predator just put in work. Like, it was like the Predator was still doing like the Predator was still in stealth in a way, but Predator was just putting away when he gets all of them off the horse and shit like that. And then the horse is like sneaky up on him.
Yeah.
Was dope. And you see him just going by using like everything he has, like the shield. From shield to the little like arrow things he has shooting out.
And even that was cool because it's like it shows like okay, this movie definitely takes place before all the shit got advanced. Because I was
plasma
thinking,
blasters.
Yeah, once I saw the red dots, I was like, oh shit, he's about to get blasted the fucking. That's all you see is him shoot these spikes at him.
Yeah, which I love. I thought that was cool. The spike thing was cool. It was different.
Yeah,
and that's the Neds. When he fought the Neds, that was cool because the Neds are trying. You're like the Neds they don't have the weapons, bro. You see them trying to fight him and stuff. Like they're doing their best, and he just whoosh, 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 slicing up and so it's tight. But even with the Europeans, he did the same thing, just slicing them up, using the shield, like I said, using the fucking the little spikes things. Whoosh, whoosh.
He said in the movie, "So I'm pussy, huh?"
Yeah, y'all thought it was pussy.
Y'all thought it was pussy.
Then they got the cages there. They got his foot. It captured. I'm like, oh shit, okay, it might got him this time. That dude gets all close, like, oh, we got him. Crew. He's working him. You know what I mean? It's just showing that war. Like this guy's not like he's a warrior. He ain't just no alien with all these damn gadgets. That I can just use these gadgets. I don't need to handle y'all. Nah, he's giving him that. Quick, stab him. Yep. Boom, shield. Just give him all that work. Even he shot one dude with the classic net that ties up and gets tighter and deeper. He shot him and killed him, fucked him up. Yep. So it was cool seeing like the Predator put all this work in, sort of versatility, arsenal of weapons, arsenal of skill sets. And
one thing I didn't like, but my mom said the same thing. It's like this motherfucker's supposed to be like a warrior and shit. But as soon as he started getting his ass where somebody stabs him or some shit, he immediately goes to camouflage. I'm like, that's a bitch move.
He's also trying to prove himself. He's a warrior, but he's also trying to prove himself worthy.
Yeah, but okay, you go to camouflage. You gotta kill him, you engaging in it, and that's you did go to camouflage.
Yeah, when he sneak up. When he turned camouflage and snuck up on. I mean, he turned camouflage against the brother. I was like, oh yeah, the brother done, bro. Yeah. The brother knew. When he heard that snip, he heard that little twig. He like, oh man. He's like, told us this, hey. And it was so sick. I like the brother. I want him to live. I want them both to live.
So we talking spoilers? No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, I want them both to live. So I'm like, man, my man's over there like, man, it's over. Cool.
Yeah.
Right in front of her. I'm like, damn. Then he gets him again because old boy has time. But
you giving all the spoilers, huh?
Oh, you doing non-spoiler? Bro, it's just on Hulu.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
You haven't seen this shit? You tripping?
Yeah.
It's on Hulu. Get that free trial.
I'm trying to think.
You don't have Hulu.
Yeah, that's true.
The change in the change. I love the change. Like guys, we mentioned scenery.
I was gonna say I liked some of the aerial shots too that they showed.
Yeah.
Across the field, because when you see him running and chasing after Odin, like you like, damn, this nigga moving, bro. And when he ends up killing old dude in the field, like all you see is just the blood come up and shit. I was like, that's dope.
And they did a good. I love the like. Gary mentioned the scenery, how they shot. I love how they do like the different. That's like the snow, like the little snowy, like the snow coming down a little bit, and then. Also, like I love the scenery of it. I guess it's just beautiful. And the animals, the creatures they did, they look great too. Like the bear looked scary, looked great. The wolf looked great.
The mountain lion,
the snake, all the animals looked good. It just felt very much in a time. It felt like it was in a certain time period. It really did feel like it wasn't just feel like it was like, oh, okay, we're just throwing this stuff in there. It really felt genuine to that time period, which I loved.
Yeah. Now my one gripe about the movie comes at the very end. Oh, yeah, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my one gripe about the movie comes at the very end. It's when the girl has the pistol, which it turns out like that's the pistol that the Predators gave to Danny Glover at the end of Predator 2. Found that out after the movie. Crazy. Mm-hmm. But then they showed in the end credits they had the 3 Predator ships come down, and I'm like, that's not very Predator to me.
Let them come back down?
Yeah. Because, it's like, hey, once they win, it's like... We respect the warrior. Well, we're not going to come down and fucking...
I need to go back and look at the whole little imagery they were showing. But it could be that was like years, like 100 years later, something like that. 50 years later, 75 years later. We don't know. It could be a different time period.
I hope it is, because I mean, it would just seem... It seems wrong for Predators to take revenge.
For sure. I think that, as I'm saying, I think that's like a timely period. Like, it's like, okay, it's 100 years later, like 50 years later, 75 years, something like that. Maybe 20 years later, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool overall, man. Post-credits was cool. I didn't show too much. It was like the little, ships coming out, Johnny mentioned. But... overall, man, I think this and Top Gun I didn't even watch Top Gun Maverick, but I know Top Gun Maverick gets so much love. People talk about how great it is, and some people think it's better than the original in some way. And I think the same thing with this. Like, this movie's great, just like right after the original. Like, okay, it's just equal to what the original gave me. I think this shows that if you're gonna do films from the '90s or reboots of stuff and try to reboot things, you don't need to take today's times, like as far as the technology and the damn graphic card and all the CGI and the damn. You don't need to use all of that to the extreme. You could take moments of it. You can take a little bit of that CGI and stuff like that to make it look good. But you can tell a basic story, keep it simple, basic, and so basic and not that expensive. Like you don't need to put a big budget into a film like this. And it showed like the budget is nice. It has a good budget. And it looks amazing throughout. But also you can tell like, hey bro, like this movie's gonna make its if this was a movie they would definitely make its money back. Which is probably gonna make money off Hulu too. But you know what I'm saying? Like as far as you can do a simple story and get the fans to love it.
Yeah.
Because they've been trying to do this, and I think this.
They've been trying to do it for a while.
This is what Terminator need to do. Terminator needs to go back to look at this and say, hey, you know what, guys? Let's take it back to the basics of the first Terminator, or first two. Let's take it back to the basics. Because Terminator's been trying to come back. Terminator's been trying to keep that franchise alive by doing, let's try to do this and do this and do this, and people aren't buying it. People aren't with it. You need to take that shit back to the basics like Predator. Because Predator has been struggling for years to get the fan base back. And the crazy part, this deserves to be in the movie theater, but it won't because of the goddamn, last Predator and all that kind of stuff. But this one could have been the movie they did really well. Like what I'm saying is like they've been struggling with the Predator movies for a while. Even when AVP came out, you knew when you do the Alien vs Predator, the franchise was pretty much dead.
Shit, that's what I thought.
I like it, but it's like the last.
I thought the franchise was going good. And
no, because you didn't know where to go after that. After you do the Alien vs Predator, you got like, hey, we done now. Yeah. When you do even Freddy vs Jason, when you do those, okay, the franchise we pretty much done. We tapped out.
That's true.
But what I'm saying, they've been trying to do Predator right for a while now, and now they finally figured out a formula, going back to the basics. Shout out to the director as well. And find a good story, and it worked. And also doing a time period that's cool. We haven't seen this time period.
Yeah. Dan Trachtenberg directed it. Yeah. Shout out to you. Yeah, I definitely agree with everything you said there. I think
RoboCop, all of it.
Yeah, hey, Val Kilmer from Varsity Blues.
Stick to the basics. Stick to the basics. Stick to the basics.
Exactly.
That's the model going forward for these franchises. But no, I mean, I think for the future of Predator, and we said this in a video for Sour Kids Productions, which studio we worked for, do our podcast on. But we said that Predator should kind of venture and keep going this route. But like, you can go with different stories. Like, I would love to see Predator. You can have him in the Samurai era. You can have him in the Viking era versus Vikings. Like that would be all, like, those are all cool concepts you could have with Predator.
Exactly.
And you could even have a Predator movie where you don't even have to hunt the humans. Because, I mean, it's not like the Predator's like, oh, humans are the only thing we hunt. Like, you could have a Predator movie where there's an even bigger Predator on another planet or some shit like that. Just have something with around that degree go on.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's all. I like all what you said. I would love to see a Viking era or a Samurai era and the Predator actually wins. And then we later on, let's say down the line, I don't say to do a team up movie, but say down the line you want to bring like an Adrian Brody type of character, like a human, like the great, like that, kind of like the idea they have where they brought the greatest like assassins and warriors from across the world. Mm-hmm. If you want to do that again, but you have them against the greatest Viking predator, the greatest samurai predator, like all these great predators that won their time periods, that'd be kind of cool too. Yeah, like you can do some dope stuff like that. But like, I think I think they're definitely gonna come with a sequel. But I think they definitely found something that works for them as far as just doing stories that are different, new, still graphic like the original Predator, like graphic like the people want to see for Predator, but also just genuine. I mean, they're dope stories. Like they did great with it. Yeah, and I love the way she killed him at the end. I think that was smart. It showed like the smartness of the warrior. It showed the warrior not just being, let me just be a warrior and go fight head on, like Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of did, in a way. I mean, he was smart in a way too, he used the bullets like that. But also going straight up there, she used his mask to target the arrow, come right back to him and kill his ass. It's smart. It's a smart warrior trait, something that you see from the natives or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? So that was dope as well. So, yeah. This movie was great, man. It was a great movie. I recommend it for everybody. I want to watch it again. Recommend for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, go check it out.
It's a final rating if you gave it a grade.
I get it 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10.
Which is good because I bought the last Predator movie. I watched it a couple times. Oh, man. Olivia Munn was cool. I like her. And I had some moments in where like, okay, this could work. This would be pretty cool. But the thing they tried to do was try to make, okay, let's do bigger. Let's do a bigger Predator, man. Make that the big guy, the bad guy. It's like, that shit doesn't work. Same with Terminator's done the same thing. Let's make a cooler robot that ends up losing still to the older robot. And it doesn't work like that. It's like, bro, like, just give us a genuine story that's like simple. Simple sometimes is better. Stick to the basics. 8.5, 8.7 out of 10. Not that. I'll get 8.7.
Okay. I'll give it a...
I'll watch it again.
Yeah, I'll probably agree with you on that. I'll give it an 8.5 as well. Maybe I might lean towards 9 too. Where would you rank it? Like, how would you rank the Predator films if you could?
This one's definitely behind. I'll go Arnold Schwarzenegger's, of course, on 1, and I could probably go with this one too.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'd probably go. I like the Adrian Brody one actually a lot. I'd probably go that with the third one.
Okay.
And I'll go Danny Glover.
Okay, so we basically have the same order. Yeah, exact same.
Because Predator, that's what's called Predators. That was actually pretty good also. It's just, I think people like Adrian Brody, but also I think the story's kind of like simple. We've kind of seen something like that before.
I found it kind of cool, especially with the different Predators, like how they have the different masks and shit.
For sure, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was cool. Like,
about it.
Yeah, for sure.
And the different warriors. I like the scene, especially with
Lawrence Fishburne also.
The guy who used to be, or he was Yakuza, and he's fighting the Predator with the
yeah.
I like that shit.
That was tight.
So
this was tight.
So I have the same exact order as you when it comes to the Predator movies. Last one, at least we can agree. Last one is Predator or the Predator.
That's a guilty pleasure. I don't hate the movie. It's not horrible, but it's not good either. It's just like if it's on, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I think the first four.
But I also bought it, so I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, that's true. I think the first four are good. Like those are actual good Predator movies to me. And then the Predator is like a bad Predator movie, but it's still.
Oh, you putting the Alien vs Predator movies in there?
Nah, I just don't put Predator.
If you put those in those up there, I like those also. I enjoyed the first one for sure. I like the first one. Second one I don't like as much.
Yeah, first one I'll probably put above.
It's fine. It's probably above the Predator. The new movie.
It's
Predator.
Wait, the new one?
No, like the new one that came out in the movie theater. The last one came out in the movie theater.
Oh, the Predator. Yeah,
Olivia Munn.
Yeah,
it goes above that. It'll still be behind Danny Glover and all the rest of those though.
I think I would put Alien versus Predator above Predator 2. Like it would be
really?
it would be number 4 for me.
I can respect that.
So,
what about the second part?
Second to last.
Okay.
So
that's not bad.
So yeah, Predator. It would be.
I like
Predator 1, Prey, Predators, Alien versus Predator, Predator 2, Alien versus Predator Requiem, and then the Predator.
Okay. Also, I think it was smart. I mean, I think it might throw some people off a little bit. The Prey title instead of being Predator, which we talked about before in our trailer reaction. Mm-hmm. But I like it though. I think it's a nice little rebrand.
It's show that it's different.
Yeah, rebrand. It's a rebrand. So I like that. I like how they did that. I think that's smart. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see what they come up with next. I know there's definitely gonna get a sequel. Now the question is, does it go to Hulu again, or is it going to the movie theater for the next one?
Okay, I don't know.
Because Predator deserves to be in the movie theater, bro. It's just too big of a franchise.
I don't know, man. It's tough. That's tough. I think, and that's probably like why some people like it so much. Is because maybe it, sometimes when you watch a movie and you're like, oh, was really good, and it's kind of different when you pay money to go to the theater to watch it.
But it feels like movie quality.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, it does. Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. Like when you watch it for free, it's a little different. I get that.
Like if you put this in the movie. With the 8.5 instead be a 7.5,
Yeah,
that's how some people are when it comes to like movies.
That's fair. You gotta pay for a ticket. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think Predator is such a big franchise. If you do something like this again, you can keep. I think next one you can because the buzz of this one's gonna keep carrying that next one to the movie theater if you want to and you can make the money. But if they keep it on Hulu, I'm cool with that. They take the movie theater, I'm cool with that too. Either way, I think this is a good building block for anybody who wants to reboot anything from the 90s or 80s. That's like RoboCop. Terminator, anything. Maybe even you know what?
They tried RoboCop.
I'll say this even also. Oh, they didn't reboot RoboCop again, bro.
They tried that.
Yeah, they did. I don't like that. That movie ain't horrible to me.
It's not bad. It's not terrible.
Also, I would say this. You know who else did something similar to this? Who tried to do something, but they kind of fucked up a little bit because they made the wrong character? Transformers tried to do it. The Bumblebee movie was good. It was, I think the character we needed right away.
Oh.
But
I mean, who else would you do it with, though?
I would have stayed on Cybertron the whole fucking time and did Cybertron the whole time. I would never touch Earth again. I said we never go back to Earth again.
You're not wrong, bro. Definitely watch Prey if you haven't. Amazing film.
That's what I'm missing out on? Glad the dog didn't die. I thought the dog was going to die at one point. Glad the dog didn't die.
I did too. But, hey.
Well.
They blessed us.
I liked it, man. The natives were cool. They used different kind of weapons. They all had like their unique skill sets. Yeah, man. I can't really knock it.
Yeah. Same here. Again, amazing film. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's on Hulu now streaming, so definitely check it out. What were your thoughts on Prey? Be sure to let us know your thoughts down below in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this review, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm DeAndre. What the fuck is that? Again, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm DeAndre. And this is Dre and Jay. This is...